In 1886, Owensboro was chartered as a city in Kentucky. Shortly after, a volunteer fire department was formed with only 10 members and Horace W. Miller as fire chief. Since then, many changes and expansions have been made to our fire department. Not only are they excellent at their jobs, but they also put their hearts into their work for the city. The Owensboro Fire Department is worthy of a memorial because they are highly and effectively trained, they risk their lives for others on a daily basis, and they educate the public of the severity of fire safety.
I think one of the things that sets us apart is our personnel. The majority of our people come from this community, and they have a little more, I guess you would say, a little more want or desire to give back to the community since they've been a part of it for most of their life.
The Bakers Rack gave the OFD a statue to symbolize their gratification after their building burned down. When asked about it, Bill Van Winkle said,
"It was a very generous donation from Miss Baker, who owned the Bakers Rack. She had an early morning fire in her business there in Westland Park Plaza, and I guess she seemed to appreciate the job that we did."
Show us what to do. Let us feel you near in each and every way. Let us feel you there beside us to protect us and to guide us, to help us make it.
It was one of those where I was so pumped on adrenaline. We got him in the ambulance. And I mean, as soon as the door shut, I dropped to my knees and just cried like a baby. I was crying, boo-hooing, and I kept thinking to myself, I didn't know if this was a job for me after that, but then I thought, that guy's here because I was here. And then, from that point forward, everything that I do on here, especially when it comes to medical calls, we go to see babies and the old folks and just, anybody in between. I always have a thought that, stands here because I was here. And
oftentimes, the firemen are left with no choice but to stay overnight at a fire to make sure that the blaze is contained. They are subject to waking up in the middle of the night, leaving as soon as the food is prepared, or even during the big football game that everyone has been looking forward to. The firemen went to Louisiana to help clean up after Hurricane Katrina. They've had to miss birthday parties and visitations from Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. Each man that is applying at the OFD must complete a physical, written, and psychological assessment, have 400 hours of training, volunteer for 5 years, and have a fire science degree. Every member of the OFD is an EMT trained in CPR, water rescue, rope rescue, and hazardous material.
And show us what to do. Let us feel you near in each and every way. Let us feel you there beside us to protect us and to guide us, to help us.
During Fire Prevention Week, every second grader in the city visits the OFD on 9th Street, and the firemen perform mock scenarios to catch the attention of students. This visitation gives the firemen the chance to educate kids on basic fire knowledge. They also offer classes that show people the proper way to use a fire extinguisher and give out helpful hints for if an emergency ever happens.
As we stand before the flames that ravage and destroy, be our strength so we can do the best we can. Let us help, protect and serve, as this is what we chose to do. No challenge is too great if we're with you. Hear our prayer, oh Lord, and show grow up.